Hello and welcome to the tutorial for using breakout rooms in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. In this Collaborate session that I have 9 dummy student accounts in here. So up here each tab is a student's account. So I can pretend to be students for this demonstration. This first tab right here is my moderator tab. And I know it's my moderator tab because my picture is right down there. So I am going to open up breakout rooms by clicking on the Collaborate panel. And then I'm going to go to Share Content. From Share Content, go to Breakout Groups. Now you have a couple options for breakout groups. You can either randomly assign or you can do custom assignment. Random assign is great if you just want a quick turn and talk with a partner or a small group, or you don't care if they need to be in partners. You can choose the number of groups. As you adjust the number of groups, it shows you how many students would be in each group. You can shuffle the attendees, so if you do the groups and you don't like the mix of students, you can shuffle the attendees like this and it will reassign them randomly. You can include yourself in there if you want to, and then you can also give the students the ability to switch groups on their own. For random assignment, I wouldn't bother doing this one. Now, however, if you want to do custom assignment, you select custom assignment. And this is great if you want your kids working with specific people. So if they've been working on a project or you want specific reading groups or something like that, you would choose custom assignment. If you have 30 students, it would take a very long time for you to drag each student into the group. So I will show you a way in a couple seconds on how you can have the students add themselves to their own groups. Something else important to note, you can add additional groups here. So let's say I want to have 4 groups. And another thing that you can only do with custom groups, not with random, is you can change the group name. So I just clicked right next to the title, and now I can call this the reading group. And I can call this the writing group. Another option, if you have time and you have the names written out really quickly of the groups that you want to have them form, you can put their names in there. So you can say, you can title the groups so the students know exactly what room they're going into because their names are attached to it. So once you create the groups, don't move them in just yet, but make sure you click Allow Attendees to Switch Groups. So you click that, we have custom assignment, allow attendees to switch groups, and then I have the number of groups I want. I want 4 groups, and I haven't renamed them. So I click Start, and we let it do its magic. So now I'm going to click to one of the student ones. So right now this is my moderator page. Again, you can see it's my moderator because my picture is right there. I'm going to go to Student 1 now. So this is Student 1's page. As Student 1, I'm still in the main room with all my classmates and my teacher. Keeping all the students in the main room will allow you to give additional instructions and help those who don't necessarily know how to move between rooms. But here's how you would instruct the students to move between rooms. You would tell them to click on the attendees panel if they're not already on there, but they should be since you started the breakout groups. And then they can click on whatever room you want them to go into by clicking on the square with the arrow. Looks like a door. So I'll have the student go into Jack, Noah, and Sean's group. And I'm going to open Student 2. So here's another student group or another student account. And I'll have this student join Student 1 in Jack, Noah, and Sean's group. I'll do one more to show you the process. The student, again, this is the student page. The student would click on the Open Collaborate panel. They would click here on Attendees, and then they would choose the group that you told them to go into. So we're Student 4, so I'm going to have Student 4 join Student 3 in the writing group. Now as a teacher, I can move into each group as much as I want as well. So my procedure is the same way. So as a teacher, I can go into the writing group and check in on Student 3 and Student 4. Now as I'm moving in, I can hear them talking. You can't hear anything because no one's talking, but I can hear them talking as I'm moving in. So that's kind of a way to hear what's going on before they realize that you're in there. If there are only 2 students in there, they will definitely see you pop in. If they're sharing a whiteboard or they're sharing their screens, they might not notice that you've popped in. So I check in on this group, they're doing well, so then I move to the next group. Something important to note with this is that students can continually move between the groups. So the student 1 right here, he could move up to the reading group. Now there's a way as a moderator, as a teacher, that I can stop this from happening. In my moderator account, which is where I'm at right now, in my moderator account, I go down here to share content, and then I go to breakout rooms, and then I uncheck allow attendees to switch groups. This would stop them from being able to move between groups. So once they're in groups, they have to stay in there. So as my students are working and I'm moving in and out of breakout rooms, once we're done, oops, you do have to click update on that. Once you're done, you want everyone back into the main room, you can click end breakout rooms. I would suggest putting an announcement in the chat and saying 60 seconds or 1 minute warning, so the students know that you're going to be moving them back into breakout rooms or moving them back into the main room in 1 minute. And this is what it looks like. They get this little pops up really quickly, and then they can also check it in the chat, so they can see right there, oh, the teacher said 1 minute. So again, as a teacher, I will end the breakout rooms one of 2 ways. I can either hit stop right here, or I can stop it right here. So I'm going to click end breakout rooms right here. Now everybody will be moved back into the main room. Again, the microphones will not pause, so you might want to go into your settings and mute all microphones just so there's not a whole bunch of chatter. So if you have the microphones turned on, which I don't right now, you might want to go in and click or uncheck share audio so the microphones turn off as they're moving all back into the main room. And that is how you use breakout rooms with custom assortment, where the students assign themselves to the breakout rooms from the main room.